Hey, what's up guys? This is the ultimate $100 smart speaker competition. This is mainly going to be focused on audio tests, but I do want to quickly go over some of the features and what you get. So obviously all of these retail for $100. You know, they do go on sale here and there, but they retail for $100 in the US. So we have the Google Nest Audio. We have the Apple HomePod Mini. We have the Amazon Echo 4th generation. Not to be confused by the Amazon Echo Dot 4th generation. They look identical until you put them next to each other, then you're like, oh, that's actually twice the size. So just an FYI. So, what do you get for $100, right? So with the Google speaker, you know, you get this, nice shape, front facing. So even though you have mesh on the back, there's actually no speakers facing the back, but front facing speakers. It's very nice and heavy, very sturdy when you put it on the ground, and you could pair it with another one to do stereo speakers and stuff. You have a removable power cord, so if your power cord messes up, you can just switch that and you're good to go. In terms of controls, you have your volume buttons on the sides. You have your play pause, you just tap the center to play pause. You have your microphone button, which you could turn off.
The mic's off.
And it tells you the mic's off, and the orange lights go on saying like, hey, your mic's off. So if you say, the magic words, hey Google, it's not going to hear you, basically. So, turning on the mic.
The mic's back on.
Yeah, overall really good quality, really good speaker. And it also supports Bluetooth, meaning you can also stream stuff to it via Bluetooth. You don't actually have to cast stuff to it. So it also acts as a Bluetooth speaker. However, it does not have a 3.5mm audio jack. Okay, so onto the HomePod Mini. This cord is built in. If something happens to this USB-C cord, which is USB-C on the other side, you need a new HomePod Mini. Your HomePod Mini is essentially useless. Quality-wise, this is very, very, very nice. Very high quality. I love this screen. This is the most advanced looking screen from all of them. This whole lighting up thing with the whole Siri, that's pretty amazing. You have the touch controls on the top, play, pause, you could double tap to skip and all that stuff basically. And as far as everything else, even though it has Bluetooth, you cannot use it as a Bluetooth speaker. So it has Bluetooth, but I think it's only to be able to pair with the iPhone 12. So I think that's the only reason why, iPhone 12 Pro I should say, that's the only reason why it's there, I believe. You cannot use it as a Bluetooth speaker like you can with this one. So then moving on to Amazon's answer, well, this one is actually very capable, right? Because you can use this as a Bluetooth speaker. It has Alexa built in, so you can ask for all those commands and stuff. You have the physical buttons here where you can mute it and stuff. It can't hear you. It lights up from the bottom. So in terms of lights, this is the nicest. This is the second nicest, and this is pretty much. This one looks old in terms of lights, in terms of light action here. This one looks super advanced, and this one just looks cool because it lights up in different colors and stuff. And it has different colors for notifications. It's yellow and anyways. But you basically have your buttons here. Now the cool thing about the Echo is that you can use this as a Bluetooth speaker as well, just like the Nest Audio. However, this also has a removable plug, so if the plug gets messed up, you could replace it. But the cool thing is, this one also has a 3.5mm audio jack, which can be used both ways based on how you set it up in the Amazon Alexa app. So, for instance, if you want to basically, play something on this and you want it to output to some other speaker or whatever, you can set that. Or you can set it that, if you want to connect your computer to this and you want sound to come out from this, you can do that with the Echo. You cannot do that with the Echo Dot. Echo Dot's basically just an output. This one can do output or input. I just wanted to say that in case someone was thinking, hey, can I do that with Echo Dot? No, Echo Dot's just one direction, which is just output. This one based on the Amazon Alexa app, you can actually switch directions. This one also has the Zigbee smart home hub built in, which some like what is that, right? So some smart home devices require a smart home hub. Zigbee is a popular brand, so lots of devices use Zigbee, and this one actually can act as a hub. So in terms of capability, this one wins, over this one and this one. This one basically loses to both of these because at least with this one you have your Bluetooth speaker. And as far as wires, both of these you can, if something happens to the cord, well, just get a new cord. With this one, nope. But yeah, in terms of screen, this is the nicest looking screen. So the whole Siri experience, that looks amazing. Now, in terms of, Google Assistant, I'm going to do a video on this. I have a lot of videos in my queue, but I will get to this one. But I'm going to compare the Google Assistant to Alexa. And basically, I'll probably compare it to Siri as well. But these two are actually, in my opinion, way above Siri. I basically use Siri for very basic stuff like, math basically, or, directions to a place or something like that. I don't ask Siri too many things. I mostly ask Google and Alexa. They do a much better job. And maybe Google does the best job. But we'll do a whole test in another video and we'll find out. But okay, so enough with all the features. Let's actually get into the sound test because that's the whole point of this thing, to actually get into the sound test. And one other thing I should say, the other cool thing about the HomePod mini that these two don't have is if you have an iPhone and you come and you tap this, it actually transfers the song to this speaker. So it's actually pretty cool in terms of coolness. Now, how often are people gonna walk there and tap it? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that, but the fact that you can do that is actually pretty cool. But I mean, the whole point of getting a smart speaker is to say, hey, do this or do that, or if I'm on the couch or something, I just want to do it from my phone. I don't actually want to get up and tap it. But it's cool that it does that. I should mention it is pretty cool that it does that. And I believe with the HomePod mini, you can use this as a speaker. If you have a Mac computer, you can transfer sound to this. Now time for the audio test. So we'll go from my left to my right, so the Nest Audio all the way to the Echo 4th Gen. So starting off with the Nest Audio. Okay, so all the volumes were at 100% during this test. So from what I could hear, again, these are front facing, so I was kind of trying to lean a little bit more forward to hear it. Obviously this is 360, so I'm actually going to hear it pretty good whether I'm here or here. So what I could tell is the Nest Audio, it has higher frequencies, has louder higher frequencies. So the mid-tones and the higher frequencies are higher. The bass is okay for the Nest Audio, not amazing. So the low end is not that great for the Nest Audio. The HomePod Mini to me sounds like it's overall pretty well balanced, but I feel like the volume is lower. So it's not quite as loud. The bass is pretty good, but it's not, the highs on this one are not, you can't hear it as well. It's more, it's a tad more muffled in. This one sounds a little bit cleaner in terms of that. But bass wise, I feel like this one, I don't know, I feel like this one has slightly better bass than the Nest Audio. Yeah, I kind of feel like that, but maybe if I lowered the volume of this just a little bit so I could hear the bass a little bit better, maybe it would be different. The echo sounds loud, and it also sounds like pretty good bass. So between the three, personally, if you ask me, I think this is the best sounding speaker, the Echo 4th Gen, followed, I don't want to say closely, but yeah, probably closely by the Nest Audio, and the third place is the HomePod Mini. In terms of sound quality, these obviously go much louder. I really like the bass of this Echo. I was actually very surprised the first time I heard it, like how good it was. It's actually pretty good bass for something its size. Obviously nowhere near the Home Max. If you guys are thinking like, hey, how is it? Home Max sounds better than all of these. But for something its size and price, I think this, and I think in terms of functionality, you're getting the most with this technically, because you're getting the Zigbee Smart Home Hub, which might be useless to a lot of people, like it's useless to me. But the fact that you get a 3.5mm audio jack, which is pretty cool that you can go either way. You get a Bluetooth speaker, a lot of other stuff that I think that's pretty cool. And I think the assistant, I think Alexa is pretty good. With this one, honestly, for its size, it's a really good sounding speaker for its size. But for its price, I mean, you could get either one of these. I think the perfect speaker would be if you had the Google Assistant with this screen with this guy's bass. I think that would be the best combination, because Google Assistant, I feel like it's the best from all the other assistants. This has the coolest screen, and this has the best bass. Like, if you could just do that, I think that would be the ultimate speaker. And let me know, what do you guys think? Which one actually do you think sounds better? Yeah, and which one do you guys like in terms of functionality? Because, all of these, you could do stereo sound. You can actually, like with these, you can group them. You can actually put a whole bunch of speakers together. You could play it all throughout the house. They have a lot of options and stuff too, right? And this one, I forgot to also mention that the Echo speaker also has Alexa Guard built in, where if it hears glass breaking or your carbon monoxide and all that other stuff, it notifies you, and that's free. They have the Alexa Guard Plus. There's a whole bunch of stuff that this actually can do. The Nest Audio can do that as well, but I think you have to pay for that one, for the Nest Audio to do that. But you get a lot of, it really kind of depends on your ecosystem. That's all it really, everything comes down to, ecosystem. Like if you have Apple Music, if you use Macs and you want to transfer your sound to this, I mean, that's pretty convenient. With the Chrome browser, if you use a Chrome browser, you can actually cast stuff to Google speakers as well. But I'll get into that in another video. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm really curious, what do you guys think? Which one would you guys pick? Please leave a comment in the comment sections below. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to all my current subscribers.